Hey there, Human3600 here, and this is a clip of a modded Terraria playthrough that I've been doing just on my own, where I decided it would be a good idea to try and kill Calamitas with Pre-Mech Gear. Um, this mod pack contains Calamity, thorium, and Fargo Soul, along with stuff like Alchemist NPC, but here I only use the Alchemist NPC buff combo and Calamity and Vanilla Gear. And by the way, this is Pre-Mech Gear as in with the hard mode rework, so I actually have Cobalt armor. And let's just hop right into this. Alright, so my weapon of choice is the Shadow Flame dagger, or knife. And as you can see, I'm using a gravitation potion, rather a few, for maximum mobility. People underestimate how useful this thing can be in boss fights, and I think this fight, it's not my first attempt. I've had a lot of failed attempts, most of which died in the final phase, where Calamitas just dashes at you constantly. The one thing that is debatable if it's pre-mech is the Neptune's shell or moon shell, but technically you can get a solar eclipse in early hard mode just by finding one in the temple, and quite frankly I don't really use the Neptune shell part of it, just the moon charm. And here we have the bullet hell phase. I'm not that good at these, but I don't really need to be. And there I actually managed to get out scot-free and pop my adrenaline, because this is Revengeance mode. Space is probably one of the deadliest parts of this fight. If I accidentally get into space, then it becomes a lot harder to move around, which is the main reason I brought Discord to get out of that. The other reason is to help with the dashes phase. And here we have the brothers, or as I like to call it, just the twins again. Because they're just the twins. So this phase is probably, I was initially going to think it would be the hardest part, but it turns out it wasn't. But it's the main reason I decided to start using gravitation potions, because these guys chase you just like the twins, and without good mobility, you're going to get hit. But one thing I noticed is that the time, you have to do this during nighttime, but you can actually kill this boss quite a bit before the time runs out. Alright, so the brothers are dead. That's definitely the longest phase. now we have just more of this. I don't even know if anything changes between before and after the brothers, aside from these guys spawning, which is when I switched to the pulse pistol, because it bounces between enemies. Only reason I'm using it, because otherwise its damage is pretty minimal, but it helps to damage all these things at once. But I'll be switching to the Shadow Flame knife as soon as I feel that these things are damaged enough that I can just start attacking with the knife without much issue. But this ensures that basically every hit will still hit Calamitas, whereas some of those knives are just going to get caught up on whatever those mechanical eye things are. I think that's what those look like anyway. But definitely want to take those out because they make Calamitas' dash a lot more dangerous. But here they all start getting destroyed by the Shadow Flame knife, which is why I decided to switch to it. And then I realized that I'm too high up and go down. And we're about to reach the next bullet hell. Here it is. This one, I don't really like this, but you know, it doesn't last too long, so I can deal with it even after getting hit quite a few times. Now here's the dashes phase. Like I said, this has killed me way too many times. It's like an elegant dance, just using my own dash to get out of there. And if necessary, using the Rod of Discord to reposition myself when I get into a bad position where I can't really move out of it. But you can probably do this without the Rod of Discord. And there we go. Calamitas slain with just the Shadow Flame daggers, Cobalt armor, and Mind Mobility accessories.